Novelty with S&B is a show about two sisters-in-law who share their love of books and tea.
Sometimes they read together, sometimes not. Sometimes horror, but mostly smut.
They review and recommend the books they've read and chat about other fun topics too.
Don't worry, they won't spoil anything, and if they do, they'll warn you.
Also be warned, this show is not for kids or for anyone who might be offended by horror or sex talk, or both.
Looking at you, Mom.
Hello, and welcome back to Novelty with S&B, the book club with a podcast. I'm your co-host, Beck.
And I'm Stephanie.
We are here to dish on some all things books, brews, and a little bit of, well, let's just say questionable choices.
So buckle up because this episode is a doozy. We're diving headfirst into the world of KU cringe. So, you know, those Kindle Unlimited reads that make you laugh, cringe, and maybe even question your own sanity.
But fear not, because we'll have our tea of the day to help you wash it all down. Plus, we're talking about bookish tattoos, the ultimate way to show off your love for literature on your skin.
That's right. We're going to spend some time looking for recommendations. So grab your favorite beverage, settle in, and get ready for some serious bookish fun.
But wait, before we jump in, don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a review to let us know what kind of cringe or ink you're into.
Let's get steeping, everyone.
So let's get started. What tea do you have for us today, or non-tea?
So I'm going to be honest. I'm not drinking tea today. I know. Clutch
It's
your
thirst
pearl.
tea.
I know, but okay, so you know this, but to make a long story short to our listeners, like my house had a leak that went unnoticed and we found it and there was damage within our walls. So our kitchen is currently under construction. So I had to clear out my entire kitchen. I kept my tea. I just don't know what box I put it in. So I just grabbed a can of sugar-free Red Bull and some ice cold water, and that's what I have today. But I will talk about something to do with tea. So I grabbed the iced green tea, no sweet, from Starbucks, and it did not disappoint. So thank you for your recommendation.
It's so good.
It's nice and refreshing. There's also a hibiscus one that's like hibiscus green tea.
No sweet. Yeah.
Also very good. And what's nice about those in particular is I loved iced coffee, but you know the weather here. Sometimes iced coffee is just a little too heavy for when it's 110 degrees, and it's I find myself always grabbing a energy drink, a Red Bull or whatever, and I kind of want to not do that as often.
Yeah.
So
you got to be careful of those alcohol sugars.
Yeah, and it's just I like some of them, but I really love the iced green tea. So thank you so much, because I'm definitely going to be
He's welcome.
Drinking some of that this summer instead of grabbing a dang sugar-free Red Bull every 2 seconds. So
Yeah.
I appreciate it. But what are you drinking today? What tea do you get?
So I found that we have some Timmy Hortons Earl Grey tea.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I did put a little spin on it. I put just a little bit of boysenberry punch in it, and it's so good.
You and your boysenberry.
I love boysenberries, man.
I know.
Oh, I finally got the Squishmallow. He's so cute. She. Yeah.
Oh,
She's
so cute. She's so happy and jolly.
You know, it's so funny. I should put that as the video is just her face.
She's so cute.
I love her so much.
Yeah, she's super cute. So, bad KU.
Yep.
You want to get into your assignment that I gave you?
Yeah, so you gave me Peen by Holly Wilde. It was 33 pages. It is about a sentient airplane. Well, sort of. So we follow the story. I forget what her name is, but we follow the story of a woman that decided, I just had a really long work trip, so I'm gonna, treat myself to the front of the plane, basically. And she had no idea what was going on. And the flight attendant's like, is it your first time? She's like, yeah. How'd you know? And she's like, I can tell. So the turbulence starts going, and they're like, oh no, the turbulence is us, baby, and it's the seat. And I don't know how that even work. I had such a hard time. I have a hard time imagining. I don't have the book movie like most people do anyway, but I really did have a hard time with just anatomy on how a seat cushion, seat chair, airplane chair could possibly do all these things to this woman. And it wasn't, oh, by the way, it wasn't just one chair. It wasn't just two chairs. It was 3 chairs at one point.
Oh, just
Yep. It
chair.
wasn't, just the chairs. And then, the
Did they,
flight
like,
attendant
grow-
got in
did they,
on
like-
it.
Do they like grow things?
Yeah, so like I think part of it is like the seat like removes a piece and then like the bits come up and then like for some reason they can get up and walk around. So like what was the point of like removing the piece and the bits? And so like why not just make it a sentient like a humanoid chair instead of like this is actually a chair. Yeah, it was a chair. So now when I go on the airplane in June, I'm gonna be thinking about
Oh right.
Yep.
That's right. That's so good.
How was Forbidden Ride? The reverse horse centaur horse centaur horse.
Horse head centaur.
Yeah.
Horse.
Thank you.
Forbidden Ride by R.K. Gallagher. So, dude, it felt wrong reading this.
Yeah.
Some of the sex scenes were weird to read, to say the least, and I have read some weird shit. Like anybody listening, like if you've heard our KU cringe like segments, we read some weird shit, and this was just, I don't know. Like here's an idea. Here's a quote.
Yeah.
When my orgasm hits, I press my hooves into the sand to keep from accidentally trampling my vulnerable lover.
What?
Her hooves.
Her hooves.
What the fuck? Here's another one.
Mhm.
After chewing for several seconds, he pulls my face to his and kisses me. This is a horse head, mind you, with a human body.
Yeah.
No, it gets better.
Mhm.
Passing the partially eaten bacon like a mama bird feeding its baby, I swallow.
But there is bacon involved?
They're like eating. And then she calls him like, I forget how
I
she
can't
worded
think
it.
of a less sexy
No,
food
she says
than
his teeth
bacon.
look like rotten corn kernels, talking about the horse teeth. But then she ends up like fucking him. So
No.
the horse head, yeah. So like, what happens is the book starts. It's her 21st birthday. She has to get married, right? It's like the centaur thing. You must marry whatever. And this is not a good thing because apparently the centaur males have like horse, right, like penis, but like the centaur females have like human. Parts.
Oh.
So obviously it's like the woman can, like, if they
Die.
survive having the baby and everything else, like they're effed up forever.
Huh.
And they grow up like messing with their friends, like the other females, because it's like you can't.
I mean, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, so it goes through this whole thing. But anyways, she ends up getting like assaulted by one of her potential suitors, and she runs away because she has to get married. Like her parents are like, you will do this and stuff, blah blah. So she runs away, and she meets Horsehead, and he's like, come to my cabin, and she's like, all right.
Wait, can he actually talk?
Oh yeah. At first
okay.
she doesn't think he can.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts talking, and so yeah, he can talk like you and me, which is so weird.
That
but,
is,
like
okay.
Mr. Ed. I don't know.
Thank you.
But,
I was thinking of who the fuck. I was sitting here like, there's a horse that can talk. What is his name? And then, Mr. Ed.
So she runs away. I'm sorry, gallops away, meets the horse head.
I almost spit out my tea.
They are in his cabin, and he's like cooking. That's when the bacon passing happens. And then, because they're like eating and he's cooking, and he leaves the stove on, and they decide to have sex, and the cabin burns down. And then they run away together down the
cabin
coast.
Burns down.
Yeah, because they're too busy.
Oh my god.
And she talks about, oh my god, your penis is so small. I can't wait to have it in my mouth. Your penis is so tiny. I can't wait to suck it. Your penis, and I'm just reading this like, what the fuck? It was funny, I guess, but it was like borderline bestiality, dude. Like, all right, it was, but it was weird, and I'm like, it was hilarious, but very, very cringy.
Which is,
the point. Yeah. So, like, good job, good find. It was so bad.
Claps all around.
All right.
Are you ready for what your next assignment is going to be?
I mean, no, but let's go.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so it is 4,000 words. Hold on. It's 4,000. Yeah, it doesn't even tell me how long it is. It just tells me that it's 4,000 words. It is by Fanny Tucker. Great name.
Fanny Tucker.
I can't even. It's the name of it is called I Fucked the Puppet.
puppet.
And you're gonna need to look at the artwork for me.
My God, no! What's
I really
wrong?
enjoy his eyeballs,
It's
in
like a dream.
particular.
Like Oscar the Meyer and Cookie Monster had like a love child, or
Yeah.
Oscar the Grouch, Oscar the Meyer.
Oscar the Meyer. There might be a hot dog in there.
Probably. Oh my God, this is not as good as Canada, but close.
So close. Aspiring ballerina Emily doesn't like her job as a backup dancer on the Dongo the Puppet show. When she stays late to get a wardrobe malfunction repaired, Dongo catches her ballet dancing, and Emily finds out what it's like to dance on puppet strings. So, there's explicit sexual content, obviously, puppet sex, bondage, domination, and a big green monster who knows how to please a woman. 4,000 words.
Oh my God. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, I have to.
If you're listening,
get prepared.
Go check out the cover. Oh, yeah. And there's another great cover for yours too, by the way. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I know how much you loved Squeak, right?
Oh no.
And how it is like wormed into our everyday lives.
I sent you a picture today.
You really don't realize how many like balloon animals you see in your everyday life until you're constantly sending snapshots of them to each other. Like, let me tell you. So with that, I found a great KU cringe. So you ready? It's called Mr. Giggles.
No.
The Interdimensional Love Clown.
I hate clowns
by
so much.
PK Sapphire.
PK Saph. Is it MR Giggles? Or Mr.?
MR period. Like the abbreviation.
Yeah. Yep. Oh no. Okay, I'm looking at it. Yep.
So, 14 pages.
That's not bad.
So, sometimes it's hard to know what you really want out of life, but other times it's as easy as calling out for a little bit of help. You may not know what you want, but Mr. Giggles knows exactly what you want. He'll happily provide everything you need. Alicia is a young woman who is about to find out exactly what it's like to be loved by a clown who doesn't obey the laws of time or space.
Okay, so I'm confused as to why we need main character names in these books.
I don't know.
Me and Alicia, we're gonna go on a wild ride here shortly.
So,
oh, hey, guess what? Guess what one of them recommended underneath is?
What?
Named by the Cthulhu. Oops, we already read that one.
We already read that. I enjoyed that. I actually like that one. Oh my God.
I'm so excited.
So,
oh my God.
It's only 14 pages. That's like...
Yeah, that's not bad.
No. So
I'm telling you what, I'm at 56 books for this year.
Holy shit.
And that's because of these goddamn books.
I only do one a month. There's only been...
That's not true because I've read two.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple times.
I'm like, oh, they're so short.
They're so short, you can just read two. Or it's like, I give you one and then like I'm just so genuinely curious that I have to read it too. Like Taken by Canada, where I learned so much about Canada and Mounties.
Folds.
And sticky folds and sap Brazilians.
That was a good one. Classic. What a classic. So good.
That's a classic KU cringe.
I know. That was fun. We'll have to like go into our class. Most memorable KU cringes. Like at the end of the year, like in a wrapped. We gotta do that.
We do. The fucking the balloon animals. Like again.
Dude, every time I see it, I'm like, I gotta take a picture. I gotta take a picture and like send it to you.
I walked up. Okay, so we were at Kohl's because that's how you Amazon return things. Is you go to Kohl's and they give you like 20% off, and we're just running like, looking around, see if there's anything worth the 20%.
Right.
And I go and I'm like looking at the pictures. I'm like, oh my God. He's like, what are you excited about? And then I'm like, well, I wouldn't say excited. So, and then I take a picture and send it to you, and he's like, why? I'm like, just wait.
She'll understand.
And then you did the little like laughing reaction. He's like, I still don't get it. I'm like, well,
you can like go to our Facebook Messenger, and you know how you can like look at pictures we've sent each other.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of balloon animals in there.
Probably.
Oh my God.
Like I'm gonna be like looking for something like super serious at some point, like that we have said to each other, and then it's just I'm gonna have to scroll through balloon animals.
Yeah. Exactly. It's my favorite though. I love it. Oh my God. So next we're gonna be talking about bookish tattoos. So
Yeah.
I'd be thrilled if we could delve into the fascinating world of bookish tattoos.
Yeah, absolutely. So tattoos are a beautiful way to express yourself. You and I both are, I wouldn't say covered, but we have many tattoos.
Yeah.
And for many bookworms, that expression takes the form of their favorite stories etched onto their skin.
So let's start with a little history. Have bookish tattoos always been a thing?
That's a great question. While tattoos have a rich history dating back centuries, bookish tattoos seem to have gained significant popularity in the recent decades. The rise of e-readers, audiobooks have fueled this trend, with people seeking a more permanent connection to their physical books.
Interesting. So what kind of bookish tattoos do people get?
Dude, like, so many things. Some folks will get iconic symbols from their favorite books, like the Deathly Hollows from Harry Potter. Or like a Mockingjay pin from the Hunger Games.
Yeah, and others opt for quotes that resonate with them, a phrase that brings them comfort, or a line that inspires them, even a favorite passage.
And don't forget about the artistic depictions of characters or scenes from beloved stories, like a portrait of Jane Eyre gazing into the distance, or a silhouette of Atticus Finch standing tall in a courtroom. These tattoos can be stunning works of art.
Absolutely. Bookish tattoos can be subtle or elaborate, black and gray, or bursting with color. The beauty lies in their personal connection the wearer has to the design.
There you go. With all that out of the way, our history lesson, what bookish tattoos do you think you would get?
So I would love to have some. I don't right now. So I'd love to add some bookish tattoos to my collection, if you will. But I really would love to get one with you.
Oh,
So, I think it'd be so fun. I would even get our logo. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
it's
A
so
little
cool.
T.
Like, yeah, like for sure, and it means a lot to me. As far as like a specific book or something from a specific book, I have no idea. Like, I'm not like most people. Like, not all my tattoos have some deep meaning. They don't. Like, some of them I just like them. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna get it. So like,
I
I
literally
know
have
most
bees
people
on
are
my
like,
knees.
so I love the bees knees.
I know, it's so funny.
So many people are like, I can't, it has to mean something. Nah, like not me.
Dude. Nah.
Like some of mine do have meaning, of course. Like some of them do, but some of them have. I just whatever, got it. It's cool. But if I'm gonna get a bookish tattoo, I would want that to mean something to me because reading has become so important in my life. I've had some recent events that have like literally like shattered me, and reading has helped me get through that like so much. And I got back into reading because of you, which I can never thank you enough. I'm so grateful.
No,
Helped me so
good.
much. But I was really worried when I first started, like, this is gonna be one of my fucking like hyper fixations, and I'm gonna love it for like a month, and then it's gonna wear off.
Yeah, right. Yes.
As like all my interests do. Like I'll be like, yes, I'm into it, blah, and then like it goes away really quick. So that's not happening with reading though.
No, it's been like 2 years.
Yeah, and I freaking love it. I look forward to getting into my little bed and opening, my Kindle or physical copy, but typically it's my Kindle and pick up where I left off in whatever adventure or horror I have delved into. So I don't know of like a specific book that could translate that, but if there was a way to translate all of that, like what it's done for me into a drawing, like that is what I'd want. And of course our novelty. I'd love to have that. But what about you? I mean, I know you already have some. So
I do. So I was
tell
gonna
us what
say,
you have and what you'd like.
I have you beat because I do have I have 7 Harry Potter tattoos alone, one for each book. So I went a little overboard when I was younger. I do have plans in the future. I think when I'm in South Dakota, I am getting a bookish tattoo. I'm gonna finally get my House of Leaves reference.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's not gonna make sense to anybody that has not read House of Leaves, but it's gonna be a fun little thing to get. I do have one from like Howl's Moving Castle. I have a lot of them from like animes too, so I'm just like one of those people that just gets things that are my favorite things tattooed on me. But with that being said, like I think that's a good indication or like reference for like if a book is actually really good. Like, would I get something tattooed from this book on me? So like ACOTAR, would I get like I don't know, like what is Mount Rommel? Probably like a little Mount Rommel, or like Feyre gets like these like when you make a deal with somebody from the Night Court, you end up getting a tattoo. I think that would be really cool too, as like cool. Something. But yeah, I love getting stupid tattoos. Like like I still want like a Lord of the Rings tattoo. I think it would be funny if we did get a balloon animal together too.
I've talked about that. I would.
Yeah, I 100% would. So awesome. And like the weirdest spot too, like
yeah, somewhere random. Oh,
but like, so yeah, I think getting like a tattoo of like all my favorite books, especially in this last year, because I, like you, probably not as deep as you, have, you know, gone through a hard time this year, and absolutely. Books are really like, I don't want to say it's like an escape per se, but it helps you get through what you're going through. And I'll get into this in our next topic too, as far as like some of the books that we read, like it actually is very helpful with mental health, because it like you see these characters going through this journey and you're like, shit, this is actually very motivating. Like I want to go through this journey with them too. Like I want to better myself.
For sure. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. I really do love that. So well, that's fun. So
yeah, so if you listeners now, not talking to Stephanie anymore, just kidding. We would love to hear from you too. If you have taken the plunge and gotten bookish tattoos, let us know. What did you get tattooed? What book or story inspired it?
Yeah, and feel free to share your picture of your tattoo on social media using the hashtag novelty tattoos. We'd love to see them.
Yes, really absolutely. I'm gonna like every single one of them.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So I need Rex. No. So please. I put give us Rex, please, because like I want more. So we are slammed right now, like currently. This series, especially me, because I haven't finished Akatar yet, but it's been so fun, and we've been very lucky with our recent booktop hike. Most of it anyways. So Akatar has like far exceeded my expectations more than I thought it would. And then the Kindred's Curse series, it wasn't that big, but now it's definitely getting some more traction on social media. You're seeing a lot more, which is deserved. It's so good. I love it.
Oh yeah.
But I want to hear from like our listeners, like maybe they are on booktop, maybe not. But any books like you'd like to share, or books that you think deserve more hype, or don't get the hype they deserve, I should say. So also I got some bonus points. If you can help recommendations with some subjects, I'd love to see. So one is a siren novel. There are mentions of sirens, but I would love a series where that's like siren dominant, right? So
yeah,
I think the lore around like sirens and mermaids, like the real sirens and mermaids, is like really fascinating. And I know if like I read a book, it would be with sirens, it'd probably be pirate driven, which even saying it now, I'm like, but
yeah.
But I read The Ever King and The Ever Queen, and I loved it. And there's freaking pirates, so I think I might actually enjoy it. I would love to see it siren dominant, but I feel like I don't even know if that's a thing. But if you know of any, please let me know. Also a haunting fantasy, horror fantasy, something like that, I would love to read. I would love to see something like that, and also like a scary book, like a truly scary book, not gore, because I've read those. I read plenty of those, but with like entities or ghosts or creatures or something. Like I want a book that like I love it and I can't put it down, but I'm terrified at the same time. Like I've always loved horror. I like the feeling of being scared when it's real. Yeah, like I know it sounds weird, but like I mean, me and my friends, like when we were young, we'd hang out at cemeteries. Like I've always been into like this weird things. So please, if you know of any books that are truly scary, like I've had some give me like the EBGBs, like, you know, T. Kingfisher's done it with like, especially like Hollow Places, and like I got it with Bird Eater too, like woo, but it didn't like, I want to be scared, like scare me, because I'm weird.
Like you wanna like cuddle up at night and like, oh
yeah,
what's that noise?
Like I hear a noise, and yes, I want that. I'm weird. I love it. But yeah, that's what I want. So if you guys have any recs, let me know. What about you, Beck? Like any genres, tropes, any subject matter that you would like to see that you haven't seen or you want to see more of?
Yeah, I think I'm with you on the horror. Like I want more. Like the Hollow Places was a good place to start. Like I really, that was such a good book, and I have not found anything that has given me the creeps quite like the Hollow Places. Like I guess like Brahms, Lost Gods kind of did that, but not in the same way.
Right.
So I want that, like, that Southern Gothic, like, you're, I don't know, you're alone in a haunted house feel, but like,
Yeah. Even like Appalachia. How do you say it?
yeah,
Mountain.
Appalachia.
Is it
Well,
Appalachia? Yeah.
it depends
Like,
on,
there's so much folklore around it too. Like I know they
I
exist.
love the Appalachians. Like,
Yeah.
that is like my favorite, like, place to read folklore on.
Yes. Yes.
So if you're like nestled in there and you start hearing like ticks on your door or the
Yes.
window,
I love that shit.
and like mysteriously there's just like mushrooms. Like, what?
Yes.
Yes, I
I
love that. So yes,
Yeah.
I agree with you on that one. I also like, I guess, more of like a vibe, like Hosier's self-titled album Hosier, where he has like Real People Do, In a Week, like his like scarier, well, they're not like scary, but they're like creepier
Mm-hmm.
songs. Like, I want something that feels like that too, where it's like,
Ooh, I like that.
yeah, dude.
I like that a lot. Yeah, like the other day I made a that TikTok and it's like songs that go with books because I hear songs and I'll think of a book or I'll be reading a book and I'll think of a song. Like it happens all the time.
Yeah.
So we and you put like this list together and I posted a thing, but that's really cool that like you heard songs and you're like, I want it to feel like that. Like I totally get that. That's cool.
Well, and like sometimes I'll AI is my friend. Sometimes like I'll chat or whatever, the chat GBT or whatever. I'm like, can you recommend me books that feel like let's just say like Gravity Falls? And then it'll give me like recommendations and I'll look at it. I'm like, well, this isn't exactly what I'm looking for because like it doesn't give me the cryptids, it doesn't give me like the mystery, it doesn't give me like exactly what I want. Like, because it's a children's show, but I don't want it to have children.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an adult.
Yeah.
I'm over reading about like children
Like
doing
an adult
stupid,
version of this. Yeah.
or like certain like songwriters like Jason Isbell. Like, can you give me a book that feels like a Jason Isbell song? And then like it sometimes AI is hard because it just misses the mark. So that's my question. Like, can you give me a book that feels like Kosher or feels like Jason Isbell or feels like just like scary children's
Cozy horror, right?
Yeah,
Kinda?
TV shows.
Yeah.
With that though too, like I agree with you. Like I want fantasy that is darker. Like I want creepy beasts. And holy shit, dude, hold on.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I thought Milo hit my chair, and Milo's still in the room with Jeff. I don't know what just happened.
Maybe we should stop. No, this is the shit I love. Just talking about it.
I'm gonna keep that in.
So creepy.
Dude, it, like something bumped my chair. I should say that like I don't 100% believe in ghosts, but like when shit happens, it's just automatically like,
wait,
oh, that was a ghost.
Yeah.
If I can't explain something, it was a ghost.
It was a ghost for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
good timing.
I want creepy beasts. Like, okay, so Sarah J. Maas, the serial was creepy. The what were those like shadow things that they were dealing with in the first book, Akatar? I can't remember, but those I loved those.
Yeah.
In what is it called? Throne of Glass, there's like these demon things. So good, dude. So like I guess I just want more Sarah J. Maas, but like not 60 novels worth.
Yeah. Like a standalone.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have that much reading in me. I'm trying, dude. My God.
It's hard, man.
I'm
reading. Well, I just started the Burn. I keep forgetting which one. It's like Heat, Burn, Spark. There's all.
I think it's the Heat of the Everflame.
This Heat.
Yeah.
I think it's not. Okay, maybe it is.
It was Spark.
I thought it was Spark, Heat, and Burn.
Oh, maybe it is Burn. Oh my God.
Either way.
Okay, so clever thought process of naming them, but we're idiots.
Okay, it was Spark, then it was Glow.
Glow, and then it's Heat.
Now it's must be. can't find it. Oh, there it is. It is Heat.
Yeah.
And then Burn's the one that's going to come out.
Burn is the next one, yeah.
June.
You started it?
Yeah, man. I did. I finished I was reading an arc. I finished that. There's Threads of Fate. I'll talk about that in our next episode. And then I'm currently reading like 2 books because I'm reading Writing Man.
Oh yeah.
And then reading Everflame. I couldn't wait anymore. I'm like,
No.
no. And it was sucked at first. Like the first chapter, I'm like, because I wish all books would do recaps, but they don't.
Well, that and like that first chapter, I started reading it. That first chapter is just so like gut wrenching. I'm like, oh, the tension.
Yeah, it's getting good though.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm enjoying it. It's one of those books I have a hard time putting down. So, yep.
Yeah, one of those 3 a.m. books.
And it's like over 1,000 pages. And it's short chapters, which I do love. Like, but it keeps me going. Like, oh, I'll just read one more.
Just one more. Oh, I got 10 more minutes in me. I got 20 more minutes.
What's one more? Oh, and I do it over and over, and then I'm like, look, good time.
Oops.
Yeah. But yeah, so please give us your recommendations.
Yes, please.
We would love to hear them. Yeah, you're fine.
So you just told us what you're currently reading. I am currently reading Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. It's, I think, book 4 in the Throne of Glass series. So tune into our next episode or wrapped for our insights on those. But that's all the TKU cringe tattoos and queries, questions, recommendations that we have for today.
If you loved our KU cringe and have a recommendation, like we've been saying,
please
feel free to comment below and maybe we'll feature it in our next episode. So as always, I'm your co-host Stephanie.
And I'm back.
And this has been Novelty with S&B Thirsty. See you in the next chapter.